Angela Merkel is the Chancellor of Germany, Europe's largest economy. She is an unglamorous leader and often underrated, but has a sharp analytical mind. She is not one to back down from a good fight and can be surprisingly decisive. This is a brief history of Angela Merkel. 1954. Hamburg has been devastated by World War II. Angela Kastner is born. Germany is in the midst of the Cold War standoff between the Soviets and the West. Against the wave of migrants, Angela's pastor father moves the family to a small farming village in the communist East. 1957, the Kastner family moves again to Templin, East Germany, a market town of 20,000. Angela's father sets up a theological seminary. 1961, the Berlin Wall goes up. Kastner remembers her mother crying in church. 1973, Kastner graduates from high school. She moves to Leipzig to attend university. She studies physics, the only subject she'd failed in high school. 1977, Kastner marries fellow physics student Ulrich Merkel and takes his name. They move to Berlin. 1982, Angela divorces Ulrich. She keeps his name. 1986, Merkel completes her PhD in quantum chemistry. She meets Joachim Sauer, her second husband. 1989, the Berlin Wall falls. And so does East Germany's communist regime. Merkel is working at a physics lab. She joins a crowd pushing past guards into West Berlin. She becomes involved in East Germany's pro-democracy movement. 1990, Lothar de Maizière becomes East Germany's last prime minister. He chooses Merkel to be his deputy press secretary. She ends up joining the West German political party, the Christian Democratic Union. In the first election of a reunited Germany, she wins a seat in parliament. 1991, Merkel is appointed federal minister for women and youth under Chancellor Helmut Kohl, who wanted an Easterner and a woman on his cabinet. 1994, Merkel is promoted to minister for the environment and nuclear safety. 1998, the Kohl administration is defeated in election and rocked by scandal. Merkel surprises her own party and swoops in to become its Secretary General and later the chairperson. 2005, in a special election, Merkel narrowly defeats Gerhard Schröder's Social Democratic Party, becoming Germany's first female chancellor. 2008, the financial crisis takes hold in the US and Europe. Merkel bails out Germany's banks. She also commits to fiscal austerity to deal with growing debt. 2009, Merkel wins a second term. 2010, Germany's economy recovers faster than that of any other country in Europe. Merkel helps craft a bailout for Greece, holding the Eurozone together. 2013, thanks largely to a stable German labor market, Merkel wins a third term in a landslide victory. 2014, crisis breaks out in Ukraine. Merkel is forced to confront Vladimir Putin over Russia's actions. 2015, against the wishes of her party, Merkel accepts growing numbers of refugees from the Middle East. Germany! Germany! She urges the rest of the EU to follow suit. Merkel has kept her style of leadership modest and plain-spoken, but she has edged Germany into a more assertive role during her 10 years as chancellor.